On Sunday Night Football, we had a matchup of two historic rivals. We're getting an OG throwback to the 90s and 80s even between the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. Once again, though, the San Francisco 49ers, at least in this recent edition of the 2020s, have beaten the Dallas Cowboys. Now, that's two postseason matchups and this big regular season matchup in 2023. It's led by great quarterback play by Brock Purdy, and then you have great defensive play by their leader of their defense in Fred Warner, who is the best linebacker in football. Such a game changer, forced a turnover off a punch out that resulted in a fumble recovery, and then had a pick himself, had a sack on Dak Prescott, just doing a little bit of everything, pass rushing, playing sideline to sideline, getting interceptions, is so talented, and that is a big factor why the San Francisco 49ers defense is just so tenacious. Right now, Dallas and Dak in particular are just not good enough. They don't have the right to the seat at the table amongst the NFL's elite, let alone the NFC's elite. It's pretty clear that it's the 49ers, the Eagles, and the Dallas Cowboys. That's no disrespect to them, it's just that we have the tape. They've lost to the Arizona Cardinals and just got thumped by the 49ers. Even in last year's edition, they were able to make it a one possession game, but this time they were outscored 42-10. And in each time you see Dak Prescott just fail to come and live up to those expectations with that big contract. He's a guy that's making a ton of money, and he's getting outclassed by Brock Purdy in back-to-back matchups with this 49ers team. Brock Purdy is making less than $1 million a year, mind you, as a 7th round draft pick. Emmanuel Acho had one of the best metaphors I've seen recently. The Dallas Cowboys are like this high school bully that they're great on beating up on that little guy, you know, the nerdy kid, the smaller kid from band. And then when the bully meets a guy on the wrestling team or the football team, they get a little scared, they get a little timid, and then they're getting outclassed in that physicality standpoint. And we saw that again today. The 49ers have multiple dogs, multiple guys that are just slit your throat, cold-blooded killers. And Micah is a guy that talks on that podcast that he has on Bleacher Report every Monday. And he even talked after, saying they're still on that level. No, you're not at all. Micah, I think, is a little bit overrated, actually, if I am not being too outlandish here, because great at pass rushing. But even TJ Watt, even Nick Bosa are good at setting edges against the run. They play the run pretty well. They can blow up plays, not just from pass rushing standpoints. On Sunday night, I saw a lot of times where it was run situations, and Micah wanted no part of it. There was a lack of intensity there, and just not playing to that standard that we thought he was at a first team All-Pro. He's great at coming off the edge and getting sacks. That is his calling card, but he is no Lawrence Taylor if he's only relying on pass rushing stats. You got to play the run as well, and he went head-to-head against Trent Williams, another first-team All-Pro, one of the best left tackles, if not the best left tackle in the NFL still to this day, and that's a clash of the Titans right there. Yet again, though, Trent Williams owned Micah Parsons, and even against the Eagles, you'll see Micah Parsons struggle against Lane Johnson when they go head-to-head. So against those bigger matchups, he hasn't been that same guy. I'm curious to see what he says this week, and the Cowboys have a chance to respond against the LA Chargers. We'll see, because they've been up and down. But I have a lot to learn about the Dallas Cowboys. They're not who we thought they were after two great performances against the New York teams. They now need to play some interesting, more difficult opponents as their schedule ramps up, and I don't think they're up to that tier, because right now the 49ers are a team that I think are the best team in the NFL. They've blown out consistently good teams. They look unbeatable from both sides of the ball. I think Brock Purdy is an MVP candidate through 5 weeks, and we'll see what happens. But San Francisco's the best team, and Dallas looks like a pretender.